Both Mississippi State and Southern Miss swept their season opening series last weekend, and today the two teams opened up a series in Starkville. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Menner. It was junior Ethan Small going up against Southern Miss junior Walker Powell, and both pitchers would cruise. Powell would last through 7 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no runs, while Ethan Small had a day, finishing it with 1 hit and a career-high 13 strikeouts through 7 innings. Now that pitching would call for extra innings, and the winning run would come from Southern Miss's Charlie Fisher in the 10th, knocking in Bryant Blaylock with a pinch hit single. Ryan Oak closing it out for the Golden Eagles as Southern Miss earned their 4th win of the season. 1-0 your final as MSU fell to 4-1. Game 2 has moved up to noon tomorrow. The last time Mississippi State met South Carolina, the Gamecocks topped the Dogs by 5 points, shooting 40.7% from the field. So the Dogs will look to avoid the season sweep tomorrow night as they host USC. Right now, Quindary Weatherspoon is leading his team with 18.5 points, 5 rebounds, and not far behind him, Lamar Peters averaging 12 points per game. Now, a huge question entering tomorrow night is whether or not Nick Weatherspoon will return after the sophomore guard has missed the last 2 games due to a violation of team rules. He scored 18 points against the Gamecocks in their first meeting. We'll see if he is playing tomorrow. Tip-off comes up at 5 o'clock at the Hump. Here is Coach Howland with a preview.
Well, just going back and watching all the things that, we need to do better to have success against these guys. They hurt us in transition in that game with our transition defense. We've got to do a better job defensively on a number of different areas. In particular, we've got to run our offense better. Just about everything you can think of, attack their zone better. And they're definitely much improved from where they were. A lot of confidence. They're 9-4. I mean, they're right in position to, still, be a team that gets one of the double byes in our conference tournament.
And the Ole Miss men return home to host Georgia tomorrow night. The team Mississippi State beat in the final seconds back on Wednesday. The Rebs won their last meeting with Georgia in Athens for the first time since 2012, a game where Breein Tyree scored a career-high 31 points. Now in the new NET format, Ole Miss is ranked 34th with 4 Quadrant 1 victories and 3 Quadrant 2 wins. According to multiple bracketologists, Ole Miss is projected to be anywhere between a 7 through 9 seed for the NCAA tournament. Georgia, meanwhile, enters tomorrow's game with a 10-16 record, falling in 7 straight conference games, just 1 win in SEC play. That tip comes up at 2:30, and you can tune in on the SEC network. Well, Major League Baseball will implement a 20-second pitch clock for spring training games. MLB announcing the parameters for the clock in spring training Friday, outlining an easing in period early in spring games. It won't be enforced during games this weekend, but later in spring training, it could instruct umpires to assess ball or strike penalties for clock violations. This clock has been used in the minor leagues since 2015, and it's something we could see pop up during the regular baseball season. All right, well, a day on the golf course turning into a moment that one young fan will never forget. Tiger Woods putting for birdie on number 3 at the WGC Mexico event today, and in classic Tiger fashion, he drains it. And did we say Tiger fashion? Yes, we did. This young man could not be any happier wearing a Tiger suit, shocked to see that the putt fell. And then things got even better for this little guy. He received a ball from none other than Tiger Woods himself. Doesn't get much better than that. Hopefully he keeps it and doesn't try to sell it.